Hey, welcome back to another episode of Instant Ron Podcast. I'm your host, Juan. As always, my co-host here with me. Hey, Trip.
Hey,
how you doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Had a nice week. Not a whole lot happened, but like a lot did happen. So good shit's good.
Okay. I would say a lot happened for you. You had your awesome Christmas party at your job, which you love. We had a.
Well, I do love my job,
but you love the Christmas party. It was your favorite thing.
Thank you. I just wanted you to emphasize, the right part.
Love it. You
there
love
we go.
It so much.
All right.
You also before that, we went over Sears and we played a bunch of Jackbox.
Well, that was after actually. Yeah.
After that, you're right.
Yes.
After that, you played Jackbox. Played a bunch of Jackbox. So much Jackbox. Your favorite game was the Spud game. It was so good. You loved it a lot.
Oh, man, I'm glad I took a picture of that so I could share it with everyone.
Cool. And then on Saturday, you came over for a party, and you and I played beer pong, and I crushed it. I beat you, right?
You won the okay. You beat me the first time,
yeah.
And then I was doing most of the legwork when we were on a team together. But then you sealed the deal and won us the game.
Then we played a different match, and you were kicking ass. There's this one bit where like we're all just everybody's drinking, having a good time, and you're just like, no, man, do it like this. And you did this weird like wave thing. Like it was like this weird like, and like you just like chucked the ball and went right in the ball, like in the back hole.
Yeah, no, I said like you just gotta like go down the street. I said some like retarded shit, and I did some wiggly shit, and it fucking landed it. And people lost their mind.
Yeah, people were going crazy, like, oh my god, like this guy's a fucking god.
And I'm like, I'm a moron. Like just thinking like, why do I say the stupid shit I do? And then it worked out in my favor, and I'm like, it doesn't matter. Everything's chill. Whoop whoop.
What's great
that was pretty fun.
I was like, I guess I misjudged you. I was like, Trip's no good at beer pong. I'll have.
Oh yeah, you definitely.
I'll have Kyle be my partner, and me and Kyle lost.
But Kyle was really fucking good.
Kyle's also
fair.
really, Kyle's
I was
really
like,
good too.
Excuse me, Kyle, where did you get these skills? Because no offense to Kyle, but he does not look like the kind of guy who's played a lot of beer pong.
No, not at all. He's like, he doesn't look like he does. He doesn't look like he can throw a ping pong ball. He's just so...
No, but then he comes up there in his fucking leather jacket and he's like, what's this game? I guess it's okay. Woo!
Yeah.
And just fucking nailed it. Like every single one, the most lackluster, just going up there like... I guess I'll throw the ball.
What's funny is that he like would like put one arm behind his back and throw it, and it'd be like, look at this guy's fucking like his like stance, like his battle stance is. It's like he's like
a warrior.
If he were a warrior, he'd be like the fancy warrior, like
exactly,
the really like oh, you want to duel, that guy.
Yeah,
and then he would throw it. I mean, he didn't go in all the time, but it went in a lot more than I thought it did. And then we learned that I have karma where it's like I can't.
Oh shit, you definitely do have karma.
I can't say anything because if I say something, we'll lose. Like,
so like, I think the game with you and Kyle against Leandra and Sierra lasted longer than like any other game that night because you were both down to like one cup.
Yeah,
and then over and over it would be like you threw it and you're like, oh yeah, suck it, we got this. There's no way. And this happened like 5 times.
Yeah, and then they would just throw it in. And then Kyle would just be like, shut the fuck up, Juan. Have you learned nothing?
You doing this every single time. And then even when you weren't playing, you were like, oh man, game's over. And then immediately the person would be like, whoop, and I got it in, and your point doesn't fucking matter.
I would root for the wrong team. Like something would happen cool. I'd be like, yeah, eat shit and die or whatever. And then that person would be like, okay, cool. And then they just sweep the fucking game. I'd be like, oh,
it was crazy. And that one chick, Alicia, she was a monster.
Yeah, well, you see,
holy fuck.
By the time you guys all left, it was just me, Alicia, and like a few people. You know what happened? This thing that happens at parties pretty often. People say, oh, I gotta go, and they're leaving. Okay, let's leave. And then they spend a good chunk of time they move towards the door and then just stand at the door. And then
that happens all the time.
So that's what happened with everybody. They all left the living room. We're going to leave, and then spent a good time just in the kitchen, like going to leave. So I'm just sitting in the living room, like listening to music. And Lucia's like, "Hey, you want to play beer pong?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So when her and I start playing, we go 5 matches in a row, and it goes, I win 1, she wins 1, I win 1, she wins 1, and we're like, ooh, down to the last one. It was like 3 in the morning. It was like,
oh my god!
I was like, do you just want to call it after this? It was like 5, and I won. I was like, yeah,
damn.
I finally got like the flow to how I should throw it. I was like, yeah, this is good. And then I realized, this is stupid. Like,
yeah. Oh man, beer pong's so fucking dumb. People care about it so much, but like, part of the fun is in it is knowing how stupid it is and being like, this is the only thing that matters to me.
Yeah.
But like, then as soon as it's done, it's like, oh, well, that was a fun waste of my time. That was awesome.
No, like I was like really proud of myself. Like, oh, I got into the rhythm. I know like what my like what my Kyle stance is, like what my technique is or whatever. And I was like, cool, I'm not going to use this for like another like year and a half whenever I get invited to like
right?
another party.
Like the next party that'll never happen.
And I had to remember again how to play and be like, oh, that's right. That's how I don't go to enough parties to be like, yep, I got to go practice my beer pong free throws or whatever.
But here's the important thing. Do you play NorCal or SoCal rules?
My brother. Yeah, so that's funny. What's that guy's name? Do you know?
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah,
Matt.
this is it's not my Matt. It's not your Matt. It's another Matt.
It's a Matt. Who lives out there?
He's got a dumb voice, and Trip. Sorry about that. Trip does a really good fucking imitation of him.
Yeah,
do it.
Well, if you don't know, I mean, my brother.
Oh, you
fucking nailed it right there. That's what it is. He just talks about his brother all the time. Yeah, my brother, he likes to play SoCal rules, even though we live in NorCal. And like when he came back up here, I'm like, oh my god, dude, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, Kyle dropped that joke. It was funny. It was like, are these NorCal or SoCal rules?
Like, hang on, guys.
Actually, highlight of the night. Fucking Sierra was playing with Kyle, I think, and like Sierra was like being super distracting to whoever he was playing against.
Oh my god, she was dancing the whole time.
Yeah, she was just like acting a fool, and then like the team, and then Kyle's just being really stoic, and then the girls on the other side were just like, yo, like you're not even doing anything, like, you know, like, dude. And then Kyle just busts out this fucking weird body roll, this like wiggle.
Dude, he starts shaking his ass, and we're like, oh shit!
And then he throws it and makes it, and people lost their mind.
Oh man, such good shit.
Yeah, I had a good time.
Yeah, it was fun.
And then that was the weekend, and then you decided to get a fucking cat.
So here's what happened. I was working. All right, that's the whole story. Yeah, and I have a cat now.
A cat showed up to work, and then Leander guilt tripped you into keeping it.
A little bit. It was so there. I was sitting down and I was doing our research for the Instant Ramen podcast.
Yes.
Special episode 69.5 where we talk about homework this week. It's going to be about Overlord and Monster. Now that we got that out of the way.
Good segue.
Thanks, man. This motherfucking cat shows up outside, and at our property, you're not allowed to have pets unless you're a manager.
Yeah.
So this cat shows up, and I don't see it anywhere. Normally, like, when there's an animal, you could stand up and be like, oh, shit, I see it out the window. And Leander's like, yeah, there's this cat that's hanging outside, and it's, like, so soft. And I was like, that's cool, man. She's like, no, come here. And I'm like, I don't see it. Like, it must not be close. But it's because it was, like, at the door, so you, like, couldn't see it. It was on the door. So we opened up the door, and it was just there. And I'm like, oh, shit, what's up, little cat? And then I was petting it, and I was like, this is cool. All right, I'm going to go back to work. And
do my job.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, a couple people were around and we were petting the cat and we were like, this is a good time. All right, cool. And then I was trying to keep it from getting inside. I'm like, no, you stay the fuck out. And then for whatever reason, Leander was like, I don't know, it looks like it doesn't have a home. But I'm like, this is the cleanest cat ever. There's no fucking way. I only pet it for like a second. But then like, it did seem like it was pretty malnourished.
Yeah, it's pretty skinny.
Yeah, so we put down a little tray of water and the cat went to town on it. And like, cats don't do that. Cats don't give a fuck about water.
They hate water.
I'll have a few sips and then I'll go do whatever the fuck I'm doing. This cat was all about it. Just fucking went straight to the water. Leander went and got some food and it was just like, oh my god, this is the best day of my life. I get to eat and drink. I was like, all right, so this cat probably doesn't have a home. Mm-hmm. Like, and Leander kept being like, you should take it. Like, you should take the cat. Like, fine, I'll take the cat. And then I took the cat. Yeah. And it's like, it's a great little cat. Jennifer. Officer Jenny.
Yeah, so Trip sent me, it's like, oh, we got a cat now. And I'm allergic to cats.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Leander did this on purpose. She
probably did.
She knew I couldn't be here if there's cats. So she's like, you know what? Less Juan in her life. Put a cat here.
I was so, like, because not only are you allergic to cats, and that's always been a concern with me getting a cat or not. I'm like,
which is so thoughtful, stupid. By the way.
Yeah. No, whatever.
I mean, it doesn't matter anymore because you got a cat.
Yeah, I wanted to get a Munchkin cat because I'm like, this is going to be more difficult to get. It's a cat that I would like.
They're cute.
And like yeah, and everything's like fine or whatever, but they're hard to find. Mm-hmm. So like, I'll wait until I find the right kind of cat. Even though like I really fucking wanted a cat. I love cats.
Yeah.
Let's just get that fucking out of the way right now.
You like anime, so you like cats.
Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of what you have to do.
I'm the only anime
lover that
doesn't like cats.
No, Ainz is good, but that's it. That's all I can deal with. That's the only animal in anime that I like. Mm-hmm. So anyways, this fucking cat like shows up and I'm like, okay, I am going on a trip in like a few days. So I have to find somebody to take care of it.
Yeah.
I don't have any shit at my house for it. I don't have any time. Like, I'm working the next few days before I go on the trip. I don't have any time to take it to the vet and like see if anybody else owns it or anything. So Leandra calls and she's like, is there any lost cats? And like takes care of the whole thing. And no lost cats that look like this. Nobody knows what it is. We assume that this happens a lot in like college areas. A kid will have a cat and then they wind up having to drop out of college and they head home, but they can't take the cat. Yeah, something like that. So they just leave the fucking animal there. So we assume that it's a situation like that since, you know, I work in the college area.
No one's registered. So. Yeah. No, that's how I found out. Actually, I knew you had a cat before you texted me because Sierra texted me. She's like, Trip got a cat. And I was like,
yeah, I was
like,
waiting.
Fuck.
Yeah, pretty much. I was just like, I gotta wait until like I make sure that it's all set and done beforehand.
For sure. So Sierra let me know because now she's gonna take care of it, I guess, over the weekend.
She's gonna take care of it over the weekend,
which is great. Yeah. That means now I have an excuse not to hang out with my girlfriend. I'm like, no, I'm like, you picked the cat over me. No, I'm all she has
to do is feed it.
No, I'm not fucking hanging out with that cat. I refuse.
You don't have to. It's like 10 minutes a day.
No. You guys fucking picked your sides, okay? Sierra picked the cat. You picked the cat. Fuck Juan. Juan's out of here.
I mean, if we're saying it,
I'd leave, but the mic's in the way, and I don't want to knock it over. Anyways,
that's fair.
So you get a cat. That's cool.
Yeah, man.
You know, we'll see how it works because I guess it just depends on like if the place is clean and how many cats there are. Because Sierra's house, 2 cats drove me nuts. But I went to a buddy's house. Remember, I was telling you I watched what's it called, Black Bible. Fucking Black Bible.
Are you fucking with me?
No, sorry. Hold on.
For those that don't know, Black Bible is a hentai. It's definitely a hentai.
No, it was Darker Than Black. Remember that?
Yes.
You can see more.
I can definitely see that. I can see that 100%. But I prefer to imagine you guys actually just hung out and watched porn together and like.
That's not something you haven't done in the past.
No, of course. I think mostly everybody's done that.
I've never hung out with my friends and watched porn together.
Yes, you have.
I have never watched porn with you.
We do it all the time.
I never watch porn with you. You never invite me over to watch porn with you.
Okay, well, the invitation shouldn't have to be there. You should just know that you're always invited into my house, Juan.
For porn?
For whatever.
Cool. Okay, so anyways.
I mean, yes, for porn. Definitely for porn.
Anyways.
But anything else, too.
Anyways, so I was watching Darker Than Black. I almost said Black Bible.
I know.
Again.
I was like, please say the name again.
So I was watching Darker Black with these guys, and like when I was going over, like they texted me like, "Oh shit!" Like they're like you're allergic to cats. Like and the guy that we're going to has a cat, and I was like, you know what? It's like as long as the cat doesn't like fuck with me, as long as it's like not on top of me, and if it's one, I should be fine. And so I get there, and the cat's really cool. It doesn't fuck with me. It sits like on the opposite side of me, like away from me, and I'm not seizing, which is fine. Like my eyes do get a little itchy. It's okay. And then I was like, they were talking like, "Are you okay? Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it." I'm like, "It's only one cat." And they're like, "Oh no, there's a second cat here." And I was like, "What?" And like, yeah.
Then you look over to your right, and you're like, "Oh my god, it's been here the whole time."
No, the other cat is really like afraid of people, and it only stays in the owner's room. So like, yeah, if you go there, they'll fuck with you. Like, but if you're out here, like, you should be fine. So my head was like, okay, technically still one cat in my area, and like, but there are 2 in the apartment. And then all of a sudden I was like I started getting more itchy. I was like, oh no, it's gone to my head. And then I was like, okay, the cat's not coming here. Fucking cat comes out, and I was like, you guys fucking lied to me. Like, and they're like, dude, they're like, that never happens. Like, they're like, that cat has never left that room. That cat was born in that room. That cat will die in that room. So we'll figure it out. I can't go to Leander's house. All her stuff smells like cat.
It's true, yeah. She's like a cat queen. Yeah. I'm hoping to not let my cat do that, but like, you never know. Because I've had a cat before, and he was fine. Like, you know how you get used to like the way that your place smells and whatnot?
Yep.
Well,
I'm so used to the way my room smells. I'm like, yeah. My people walk in like, whoa. I'm like, is it that bad? Is it really? Is it that? My mom says my room smells like a camping ground for gorillas. And I was like, yeah.
Damn.
And I was like, gorillas, they're a good band. She's like, no. Like gorillas. I was like, oh, like the apes.
Damn shame.
Bummer.
Could have been a cool band.
Yeah. Anyways.
But like we had a cat previously, and he didn't make the house smell that bad. Like, of course, when you go around the litter box, it's not fun. Yeah. It's not a fun time.
Depends where you put the litter box. So it's not like you're gonna have it like in the kitchen.
Nah.
Or the living room.
Well.
What?
No.
Okay. I was like, get the fuck out of here in the living room.
No.
All right, man. I feel like that's It's enough cat talk.
That's true.
Any anime stuff you've been up to?
Not a whole lot of anime stuff, unfortunately, but I think that I'm back on it, especially now that I have a cat. Because here's the fucking thing. Like, I'll hang out on Reddit all day. I'll just fucking do whatever and put off watching anime because it's tough work looking at a screen. But when you're hanging out with your bros, super easy. So if I'm hanging out with my bros, I always watch anime if I can. Hung out with Kyle. We watched too much fucking anime for homework, and it was great. Now that I have a bro that will always be around, we'll just hang out with her. We'll just chill.
What's funny is that like you've only had this cat for less than a day, and you already sent me a snap of you and her watching Overlord, and I was just like, this fucking cat.
I think it was the outro of Juni Taisen, but you know.
No, I think it was Overlord.
No, man, because I didn't watch that today. Dog, you sick son of a bitch.
Well, I guess anyways. I mean, the theme song was familiar. I don't know. Maybe I was watching Overlord.
You were probably watching Overlord. It's a good... we'll get into that.
We'll talk about it. So, anime, not so much.
Not so much anime. Cool. Kind of a shame. What about you?
I finally caught up with a bunch of Kino's Amazing Journey. Is that what it's called? Kino's something Journey.
Kino's Journey,
yeah. Yeah, I was meaning to get on it. I liked it from the beginning. I only watched 2 episodes since like we did that, you know, the intro or whatever, like the new animes. I haven't watched it since. And then I found out on Funimation they have it dubbed. So they're a few episodes behind. I think there's like 9 or 10 episodes out on Funimation.
Okay, never mind.
On Funimation, there's like 7 episodes that are dubbed. Yeah. So like, okay, cool. It's like, again, this was the thing.
They get them out super quick, though.
They do. I mean, they are behind, but they do.
A 3-week turnover is not bad, yeah.
But they do a good job. So I was like, you know what? I'm doing homework because I'm last week was dead week. This week is our final week. So I'm still like, working on projects. Like, you know what? If they're dubbed, I'll watch them that way because I do want to watch Kino's, but I also need to get this shit done. Right. So I only intended to watch like 1 episode of Kino because I didn't want to like not focus completely on, you know, on my homework and not focus completely on Kino. I'd be like, I'll watch 1. That way I get some in me. And then it
gives you that power to keep going.
And then I watched all 7. Like I sat there, watched all the classic. Dude, I love the show. It's great. I really enjoy it. I talked to Sierra about it. She doesn't like it as much, and I think the reason she doesn't like it are the reasons I like it. It does a cool thing where like every episode is kind of like its own little thing, and these countries that she goes visits are actually, you know, they're cities, you know. But what's really cool is that like they're all different, and there's this whole expansive world in there, and we only know like a little bit of it, and I really like it. And you know what, it'd be cool to have a greater like answer or see the whole picture for things, but I kind of like just being like, it's just kind of how the world works. And anything that like any new country that comes up and any new like fucking rule or whatever, or like what the world is, the status of the world is, will be given to you for that episode. Like it's not like given off the beginning, but you will find out by the end of the episode, oh, I get the deal. What's the deal with this place? Here we go. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So I really enjoy that. Before I forget, you also gave me a really dope Christmas present.
I was going to bring that up. I was going to talk about our presents that we gave each other.
So anyways, Kino's Journey, that's the only anime besides what I'm regularly watching that I started watching. So, you know, fucking Zodiac Wars, fucking Boruto, Black Clover, Black Mirror. I also caught up with all of the Welcome to the Ballroom. I like it.
Nice. Yeah. That's good. Right on.
Cool. But besides that, no other animes except for what's homework. Anyways.
Yeah. So when we went to the little games night after the Christmas party, which I'll talk about the Christmas party in a second because I just want you guys to know how fucking awful it was.
How much he loved it.
So we came over to play some Jackbox, all the different ones, because Sierra is just like, this is the best game of all time. Got to buy all of them. And
they were on sale.
Yeah. No, I mad support her in getting all of it. And we had a fun time. It was nice. And this is kind of like the last time that we'll be able to all see each other before Christmas. Yeah.
Because I'm going on a trip. You guys are going on trips.
Yeah. So we're all just kind of busy. So we went ahead and gave each other Christmas presents. Yeah. And Sierra gave everybody there, except for Josh, because he's not a part of it, Cider Boys socks, which is super fucking nice. Yeah. Super awesome. And then you went ahead and gave me Juni Taisen Zodiac Wars.
Sure did.
The light novel, which is fucking cool. Like, the artwork on it's killer. I like the size of it, too. Like, some books that are hardback are like a lot bigger and stuff, or even like taller or whatever, but this one's like a good size. I like it.
You know what was really tough about that? I got that for you when I was in Little Tokyo a while back.
Okay, yeah.
And I was just I've had it for a hot minute, and I'm just like, oh man, like I really like the show, and I want to know what happened.
You want to read it, but I
want to read it, but I also don't want to read it before you do because it's like your gift.
Yeah,
and I don't want to be like open it and be like creasy, be like, yeah, man, they didn't even, you know. So I was like, I'll give it to him eventually, and then I'll read it after him. But then I'm just like, sometimes I was like, I'm just tempted to peek to see like how it ends. I was like, don't do it, Juan. And every night, just like, it's over there in the corner. It's like, open me, read me. And I was like, get the fuck out of here.
That's the way it always does.
I did flip through when I bought it, and I saw that there was like a few pictures, like, oh, cool. But, you know, and at that point, I was like, okay, I don't know anything. So like nothing can be spoiled. I was like, okay, cool. Got you that. And then, you know what's surprising? Sierra got Josh a gift.
Yeah.
Which I was like, she's like, yeah. She's like, I assumed he was going to be here, and I didn't want him to feel like he was left out. I'm like, oh, that's really nice of you. And like, she got him like a Game of Thrones, what are they called? Pop. Is that what they're called? Pop.
Yeah.
Pop figures or whatever.
Yeah, one of those little figures. Yeah.
And I was like, cool. I said like, it's like, oh my, Josh doesn't like Game of Thrones. Like I told her that like jokingly, like, and like it was kind of eating away at her. And then like at night she was like, or was it the day after? I don't remember if it was the next day but she was like, Juan, does like Josh, were you messing with me? Does Josh not like Game of Thrones? Like, I'm like, oh no, he does. It's just like, oh,
just fucking weighed on her.
I'm like, he's lucky that he got anything. I was just like, I didn't get him anything. I didn't know he was going to be there. So I was like, but you know what? I should have assumed he was going to be there. And then you gave me a really big, stupid fucking big poster.
I didn't. Okay, first off, I know that they said the dimensions, but I was like, I'll just get him the biggest size.
What are the dimensions?
Like, I don't know. I could look it up, but like,
I'm really curious because it's like, it's got to be at least 6 feet tall.
Actually, I don't know if I could look it up.
All right, we'll talk. We'll figure it out. So anyways, it's a big poster of the map from Made in Abyss.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, oh, this is so cool. And the second thought in my head is like, where the fuck am I going to put this? Because like,
I don't know. Hey man, you could put it away. Just have it be like your secret treasure map or something.
Yeah.
You could put it up on your wall, and it's just the only thing that you have in your whole room. Whatever you want to do with it.
Because it's definitely like it's really cool. It looks nice, and it's also like, but it definitely has to like go one way. It goes, it's definitely, it can't like turn it horizontally. It's definitely a vertical, fucking poster. So I got to figure out where to put that. And then you got Sierra's scarf. And then I got Kyle a mug that says "Crit Happens" as a 1 on it. And then I gave Leandra stemless wine glasses that have cats on it because she likes cats and I know she drinks wine.
Hell yeah.
Cool, problem solved. Josh didn't get shit from me. I tried to give him my love. He wouldn't accept it.
It's kind of a shame because I know that you tried hard for that.
Yeah. Oh, well. I mean, I think Josh likes me more than I thought. Anyways, on fucking 100 Thieves news, we fucking signed Afro Moon. No big deal. We got a freaking Afro Moon there.
Yeah, big shit right there. That's fucking killer.
Anyways, what's the dimensions?
793 millimeters by 1,190 millimeters. So that's why I didn't know. Because I was like, seems like it'll be good. Whatever.
It could have been like this big for all we know, like the size of like a postcard. Like, yeah, it looks nice. It's massive. It's stupid big.
It's so fucking large. For those of you that measure things in millimeters, you know what I'm talking about.
Whoa. Yeah. So I haven't put it up yet. I'll figure out where it's going to go eventually. But yeah, cool gift, solid gift. I really do like that map. Like in the show, and it's a great show.
This map is so fucking cool.
Yeah. Okay. So besides talking about us, let's talk about your Christmas party. Real quick.
Well, first off, I got a promotion.
Congratulations!
It's official now. So I got a promotion. That's super exciting. I get to move soon, get a new place, totally refurbished, remodeled apartment, which is tight. So that's going to happen sometime next month. Mm-hmm. And then the Christmas party. Mm-hmm. Like those are the things that happened at work this week, essentially. So we go to the Christmas party a little bit late. You don't want to get there too early. Yeah. You want to get there in time for dinner, but like you don't want to have to mingle for too long. So we got there okay, a little bit late, and it was fine. Talked to a few people, but honestly, it was so crowded because there were tables everywhere. We could barely fit enough people in there. The maximum occupancy of the room was like 27 people, but there were easily 60 or more. So we talked to as many people as we could. And it was, it was fine. Then we sit down at our table, and we're sitting next to this. We're sitting next to the manager of Pine Tree. So my boss, Kate, who's great. She's a wonderful person.
Kate is great.
And then we're sitting by Jim, who's the other assistant manager that's going to be taking over for Kate. He's going to be the manager soon.
Jim
and his wife,
right.
Gail. Jim's great. Jim's fine. Jim's excellent. So those are the people we know. And then there's another couple at the table, mystery people. Don and his girlfriend. And Don works at the main office. He's a blueprint type dude. He draws up blueprints for new properties, new kinds of designs or whatever they want to do for model apartments. Yeah, I get you. He's a drawer. So apparently he lives in Magalia. Mm-hmm. So he normally doesn't drink that much. He'll
Older
have like
guy,
a glass and a half. Yeah, he's like probably in his 50s.
Okay.
A glass and a half of wine, and then he calls it a night, and he goes home. But his girlfriend lives in Chico. Mm-hmm. This is a new thing. So they drank, man. They kept bringing a new bottle of wine to the table over and over. They had like 3 or 4 bottles of wine.
To themselves?
Between the two of them. And it was like, holy shit. The wife or the girlfriend was unbearable. Like, they kept wanting to talk to me. I sat right next to them. Mm-hmm. They kept wanting to talk to me. I'm not a very social person.
Shut the fuck up. You're pretty social.
I didn't talk to like anyone at the party the other night.
Some of them are subordinates.
Not just my. I talked to some coworkers, you know, but at
right, it's coworkers and like family, right? Like they bring up guests or whatever.
Yeah. So I talked to some coworkers, but I already knew them, and we're all fine and chill and everything. We have to be fine and chill. That's why we work together. But there are other people in the main office, and I'm not going to talk to them. I don't fucking know them. Whatever. But I mean, like even at the housewarming party for Sierra's, I didn't talk to like anyone. Like. I don't know what to say to people. I'm bad.
Bro, you bro down with me? We talk about...
Yeah, we hella bro down, but we're already bros. We bro down every day.
We bro down all the time.
So anyways, I was done mingling with people. I was fucking burnt out. And then these motherfuckers just kept trying to talk. And I hated it. And they were saying some shit like we had to do this little game. And I hate things like that at these kinds of events. So we had to build a Christmas tree and decorate it. They give us like a bunch of shit and they're like, put everything on the tree as fast as you can. You have 15 minutes. And we're like, 15 minutes seems like a lot of time. We were done in like 4 minutes and we're like, 15 minutes is a lot of time. And then the table that was chosen because whatever won a prize. So good for them.
You guys didn't win?
We did not win. We don't know why the table that won, considering it looked like every other tree since we all had the same amount of shit that we had to put on it.
Politics.
Yeah. And then we just decided, fuck it, let's just put everything on our tree after they won. We're like, we'll be better than them. We'll put everything. So we put all the hooks on without ornaments, and we just hung all the like trash from all the things that we had to do. We just made our tree the worst. But the whole time, Don and his girlfriend kept being like, oh, you guys are good. You're young. You're good at this. I'm like, nah, I'm terrible at things like that. I can't use my hands at all. He's like, well, you're not a nerd. And I'm like, I am a nerd. Like, look at me. I'm a fucking nerd. Out of everyone here, I'm the nerdiest one here. And like,
I wonder if that like if that just meant a different thing in the past. Like,
I think it did.
Because they're just like, you nerd. You're not a nerd. Like, what do you like? They think like a nerd. Maybe a nerd's like a scholarly person, like has books and stuff maybe. Or whatever.
I don't know. Like, well, that's essentially what nerds are. Like, I think they meant it more like in a like in that way. Like, but I'm like, I am a nerd because I know how to use computers, and that's what I'm good at. So yeah, I'm a nerd, man. And he was like, oh, man. Oh, that's cool. Right on. Like,
didn't mean
whatever.
Defend you.
Yeah, no. He was like, oh, man, that's so cool. And then later he was like, because you're a nerd. And I'm like, all right, and you're a drunk. Like, leave me alone, please.
You're an asshole.
His wife, we girlfriend. Did fucking, thank you, girlfriend. His girlfriend, when we were doing White Elephant, which is we each brought an ornament, put it up on a table. People got their numbers called, and then you would go and get the ornament, or you could go and steal somebody else's that they
like
already
a real
had.
Piece of shit, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. One of those. His girlfriend, every time that something exciting to her would happen, she would yell out like, oh yeah, oh yeah. It was fucking horrible. Like every fucking 10 seconds, it was like, shut the fuck up. Nobody likes this. What are you doing?
You're just trying to get out of here.
Yeah, I was just like dying, and they kept wanting to talk to me over and over and fucking over. And here was the worst part to me. I got skipped when the numbers were being handed out.
You didn't get an ornament, though?
No. That's not the problem. I did not want an ornament. I didn't want to do any part of it, but I was kind of required to do that.
It's your job.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't get one, but that's only because somebody else fucked up and they were hiding the ornament in like a closet or something. So they counted all the gifts and they were like 27 people. Okay, great. And then they went out and handed the 27 little tickets out because guests didn't get to bring an ornament. It was only people at the company because it would take for fucking ever if everybody did it.
Yeah. It already took forever.
It did. It took so long. It took like an hour and a half for 27 people to get a fucking gift. Long story short, at the end, they were like, oh no, there's one left. I'm like, fuck, I really wish this wasn't happening. I really wish it was. And then I wound up having to go and just get the last thing. And I was like, cool, thanks. I'll open it for everyone. Here it is. All right, bye. I'm leaving now because it's over. And I had to be the last one. And then it had to be this big fucking deal. And I hate attention being brought to me at events like that unless it's something like important. It was mostly like, oh no, he didn't get a gift. It was like a pity party. Yeah. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
No one cares.
People were stoked about my ornament that I brought, by the way. It was this like crystal looking bird with gold wings and like a gold beak. It was classy as shit. Meanwhile, people were excited about like a cork snowman. And I'm like, why are you yelling, oh yeah, about that? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
And Don had the fucking gall to complain about the green beans. I don't understand this motherfucker, but he complained about the green beans, which were fantastic.
What type of
green
beans?
It was catered by Roots. It was almond, like butter, garlic, green beans. Like fucking,
good.
Oh my God, they were so good.
I'm hungry now.
Yeah, I know, right? We're going to eat so much food wherever we go after this.
We'll probably eat like a normal amount of food, but yeah we will eat.
So much regular amount of food. Mm-hmm. So he complains about the green beans because they weren't cooked enough, but god damn it, they had that bite, that crunch that you look for in green beans. They weren't like a mushy pile of
like old people green beans. Yeah.
I was so pissed. I was fucking furious. So then when I got to
calm down, Doug.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
he's not here.
Yeah. I'm gonna. So, anyways, showed up to your house or Sierra's house for the game night, and
you were just done.
I was fucking burnt out, and I was like, I got to ease myself into this. And I did. And we had a fucking great time. So great that we played this game that we didn't understand and weren't having fun with it. But by the end, we had fun.
Yeah. So, so this was like one of the games, I think on Jackbox 1.
Yeah, it was the original. So they weren't sure what people would like yet or what would work out well.
And I don't think I'd never played it. Have you played it before? Yeah.
So no, never heard of it, never seen it.
I got kicked out right before it started.
Yeah, it like glitched out.
What's weird, it didn't even like tell us like how to play the game. It just kind of started and you just started doing stuff. Anyways, it was like a weird thing where you would make a prompt and people would vote on things. And
yeah, so it started out with a word, and then you're supposed to build on that and make like a giant ass sentence.
It took forever.
Oh my god, it did. But the sentence we wound up with was monkey, which completely didn't matter. We didn't understand how the game worked, so it was monkey. Juan sucks, and then I was like, to suck. Because it says sucks, and then you're like, what are you going to say next? So I'm like, Juan sucks, sucks to suck, suck your dick. But then it turns out that that's not the way the game was. It was like, make a whole sentence, but you don't get to look at the last things for some reason. So it just wound up being this fucking incoherent sentence.
Just rattle the thing off.
So long story short, monkey Juan sucks to suck your dick, face grease fire, the new guy, light of my life, sky high all the times, up and Adam buckaroo, howdy doodle, dandy pandy randy, bandy, candy like wandy windy, slendy bendy, Juan's a cool guy.
Anyways, with that final note, I think we should just get into the news.
My Hero Academia film has been announced for summer 2018, covering all original content.
That's okay, I guess. I mean,
I'm excited. It just means more My Hero, and it's going to be even better animation because the movie is fucking.
But essentially, it's just like a recap thing, right?
No, this is original content.
Oh, original content. I thought it was okay.
Oh no, not like the original.
That's
content.
What I thought. Like it's
no, this is an original movie.
Okay, cool. This sounds great then.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm fucking stoked about this.
So I doubt it'll be in continuity, but it's great.
Like whatever. It's going to be like Sue's episode.
Yeah, fun.
So I'm super down.
Cool. I totally fucked that. Let me be excited for this. Yeah, that's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see that.
It's going to be dope. And then another thing that's going to be dope for people that are fans of Fate Grand Order, there's going to be 2 New Year's Eve specials, which is kind of interesting.
Cool.
And they're both different kinds of deals going on. I don't know much about it. I would recommend you look up that Fate Grand Order New Year's Eve special thing if you're a fan of it, because I didn't understand it enough because I'm not a big fan of Fate. You know what? I wanted to watch all the Fate series.
Yeah. There's a lot of them,
but then I was like, there's too much, and I don't even watch all the things that I want to watch. So I feel kind of bad. Like, I'm not a good anime boy. Anyways, Violet Evergarden is going to be airing January 10th.
Cool. I don't know what that is.
Well, remember when we went to Anime Expo and we are like, oh man, Violet Evergarden looks cool. It's got some robot shit, but it also looks like really pretty with all these like beautiful planes and shit. Oh man, we should go see that. And Leander's like, we should go see that. This is something we need to see. And then we didn't see it because we were doing some other bullshit that we probably shouldn't have done.
Yeah, I totally remember that. Yeah.
Long story short, I'm excited about this. Cool. This is going to be dope.
Is it a movie or is it like a series?
It's a series, okay. Yeah. So that's going to be coming out. Pretty stoked.
Okay, next up.
This is weird. Flip Flappers, along with other titles, have been removed from Crunchyroll as Sentai Filmworks has a deal with a new streaming service called HiDive. I don't know why they...
Fuck you, okay? I'm so sick of having another fucking... Like, there wasn't, like they're not spread thin enough, you know? Like,
yeah,
there's only so much fucking anime out there. You know?
Well, because, watching Monster this week was fucking difficult, because I'm looking it up, and I'm like, okay, it's not on anything.
Who owns this?
And that sucks. I feel like it probably used to be on Hulu or
it was on Netflix for a while.
Yeah, exactly. It used to be on something, and then it was gone, and I looked it up on Amazon, and when I was on my Amazon Prime app... I think
Sentai Works has it.
Yeah, probably. I think
it's them.
So I went on to Amazon and I was looking it up, and then it was like, oh yeah, here's like Urasawa's Monster. And I'm like, oh fuck, that's tight. Let's watch it. And I was like, you can't currently watch this. And I was like, excuse me.
Why the fuck even have it? Yeah.
So then I went on to
Kiss Anime.
Yeah, I went on my computer and then I tried to see if it would be able to stream from there, because Kiss Anime's last result, just because of the ads and shit that you have to deal with.
Yeah.
And then I wound up going on to Kiss Anime because you still couldn't watch it from fucking Amazon Prime. It was, I don't know, man. I was boosted.
I just think, okay, this is fucking bullshit. First of all, I mean, you're a fan of Flip Floppers.
I'm a huge fan, but they have other things too that they've removed. Yeah.
The issue is that is the market really big enough for another like streaming site? You know, like they added fucking again. Strike last year. No one knows about it. Like when I mention it in conversation, people are like, "What are you talking about?" Like, and I'll be like, "Look, you know how there's Amazon Video? Like, yeah, okay. Well, in Amazon Video, there's like a special channel just for anime, and that's for all the shows that people are watching that you can't seem to find. That's where they are.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the fucking thing for anime. There are already there's Funimation. There's Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
There's gonna be HiDive.
Yeah.
And then there are other places that you go to find it too. So you go on Amazon Strike, and then you go on Hulu, and you go on Netflix. So we have 6 different places that we pay for to fucking watch anime now, which is bullshit considering how many things do you have to watch TV?
Like I have my TV, my fucking my laptop or my computer, right?
Yeah.
And then my phone.
Well, I mean, like how many services?
One.
So
what's the question?
So you have like cable.
Yeah, Comcast.
You have Netflix.
Yeah.
Hulu.
Yeah.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
But you have Amazon Prime mostly for packages, and then the TV stuff is just an added bonus.
So Strike's the thing that I really pay for.
Strike is the thing you pay for.
Yeah.
So pretty much we're looking at 3.5 because of Amazon Prime, which is just a wrapped in deal.
It's such bull. It's $100.
And there are 6 for anime. That's fucked up, right?
The thing, yeah, like, I mean, there's also, like, there's HBO Go, I get it, there's different things.
Right. But, okay, so, but the different services, HBO Go, it's specifically HBO stuff, and that's a whole different deal.
Yeah.
But for, like, Hulu, the reason that you get Hulu is so that you could keep up with current TV.
Yeah.
And then most people that have cable will either not have Hulu at all.
Yeah.
Or they have Netflix as well.
The issue here is, like, okay, so it's Sentai Filmworks, right? So that's Flip Floppers. So it's not the studio. That's just the fucking, what's it
distributor
called?
Or whatever.
So yeah. So
the licensing.
It's just like, it's frustrating that it's like, maybe all our Sentai work's going to go here and all the Funimation stuff's going to go here and stuff. And like, before you know it, I got to pay out the fucking nose to watch something I want to watch. I'm just going to end up watching a bunch of shit on Kiss Anime if I have to, which is a bummer because I want the right people to get money. But is there really that much of a market for another one? And I don't think there is. I don't think there is, and it's frustrating.
No, I don't think so. And I'm at the point now where I'm like, okay, there's so many different things to watch, and they're removing things. Like, I don't want to have to go on Kiss Anime if I want to rewatch a show that I fucking love.
Yeah.
So I'll just buy it on Amazon Prime if I can. If I can't buy it on Amazon Prime, then I'm going to go ahead and just get Blu-rays of it because it supports the show. Like, there are certain things where I'm like, oh man, this isn't on anything, I'll go ahead and buy it.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. But it's another thing to be like, it's removed from what you already pay for, and now it's going to be somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm just going to support the show
for sure,
and not going to support your service.
Yeah.
Like,
fuck them. That's such bullshit. I don't want to have another service.
Yeah.
And the really frustrating part is like, remember when this last season dropped? We had Strike, but we just kind of had it because it was like a thing we got it, you know?
Yeah. Well,
and then we didn't know that things were like, we were like, why are we missing these shows? You know, we were missing like Vermoire Zero, and
we didn't know where they were.
Yeah, we're like, where the fuck are these? And it turns out like, oh, they're on strike. No one told us that they're exclusively to strike. So the thing is like, so when the next season of anime comes out, whenever that, you know, maybe not this one, but the next one after that, like they'll be like announcing stuff. Oh, I'm super stoked to watch this. If this HiDive fuckers, if they get in on it, that means I have to go there to watch it weekly.
I'll be so fucking mad.
Because the thing is like, yeah, I understand, like, you know, say fuck your service and I'll just, you know, buy it, you know, buy a Blu-ray or buy it on, you know.
Yeah.
But if it's coming out weekly and I want to review it, you know, I can't do that because I can't wait for the Blu-ray to come out whenever that is. So I'd have to get the service.
Yeah.
So fuck them. This is such bullshit.
I agree. I'm pretty pissed. So
I'm livid. I'm fucking fuming over here. I could fucking strangle I could strangle a cat. I'm so mad.
Calm down, man. Calm down. It'll be okay. So, good shit.
Okay, cool.
But like not that good, but like still good shit.
Okay.
Mob Psycho 100 is going to have an OVA that's like screening. It's going to be like a big screening event in Japan in March. And it's gonna be a summary episode.
Looks like we're going to Japan.
It's a summary episode.
Looks like we're going to Japan.
Oh
Trip.
my god,
we gotta support the creators. We gotta support one of our favorite shows,
bro.
Mob Psycho 100.
No.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. And here's the thing that kind of makes it better. Mm-hmm. It's all gonna be narrated by Reigen.
Oh, fun.
So that'll be
he's a
cool
character
thing.
I really hated, and now I really enjoy.
And now you're like, he might be the best character.
Oh no, I still think Mobs is my favorite.
And yeah, absolutely.
I really like Dimples too. I think I really get a kick out of him.
I like Mob, and then Reigen, and then Hair Guy, and
whatever his name
Dimple.
is. Yeah,
I forget the hair guy's
cool.
name.
I also got a couple things I wanted to say.
Wait, did you see the new Pokemon little teaser?
Yeah. So they finally casted a voice for the Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
They picked Ryan Reynolds.
Fucking cool.
Which is great because I like Ryan Reynolds. And I'm not gonna lie. You know this. I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan.
Sure, yeah.
But I was also not on board with watching a Detective Pikachu movie.
I for sure wasn't, but I was like, but I have to see it because what the fuck?
I was gonna watch it for the show, but I wasn't like sold on it. It just seemed a really convoluted idea. But now that it has Ryan Reynolds, I'm like, it's more enticing to watch because I enjoy what he does.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I totally remember now what the thing I was going to tell you. Remember before?
Oh yeah. All right, so let's go back to 30 minutes ago.
So before we started recording, I was telling Trip a story, and then I got lost along the way, and then I was just like, "Well, that's it. That's lost forever." Point is, here's the thing. Here's the nugget. Okay, here it is. I was in class. And the one guy was telling the other guy, "Oh, I watched Disaster Artist." Okay.
Oh, okay. Here we go. That's where we're at.
He goes like, "Hey, I watched Disaster Artist." And he was like, "Oh," the other guy's like, "Oh, how'd you like it? How was it?" And the guy, I'm just sitting there like minding my business, and this guy goes, "It was horrible." He goes like, "It was the worst movie I'd ever seen." And the other guy was like, "Oh, really?" He goes like, "That sucks." He goes like, "I usually like James Franco's movies." He goes like, the guy goes back. He goes like, "Yeah, I always loved James Franco's and Seth Rogen's movie." He goes like, "This one would just," he goes like, and then he goes, It was weird. Like it wasn't funny. He goes like it was more like a documentary or anything. I was just like, this fucking idiot came into the movie knowing nothing about The Room or knowing nothing about the book that it came off of.
You only need to know The Room's fucking absurd.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. And this is based on a book. You don't even need to know that.
You need to know the bare minimum. He didn't know the bare minimum. He went in there. He goes, "Yeah, man, like the last, like the fucking," what he goes, what was it called? The interview, the last one with Seth Rogen and James Franco, it was hilarious. He was like, "This wasn't funny at all." And I'm just sitting there and being like, what a fucking idiot.
I also don't understand because in the theater, people were losing their shit. All of the people in the movie were comedians. Yeah. Every single person was a comedian.
No, this guy was just like, it just wasn't funny. It was like, it was a documentary. It was like James Franco trying to like portray this guy that like, he was trying too hard. In my head, I'm just like, this guy doesn't know anything. And I didn't want to say anything because I hadn't seen the movie yet, but I'm just like, this guy just came in thinking it was gonna be like another stoner flick, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to what we're talking about. I got two pieces of news.
Wonderful.
Besides Ryan Reynolds being casted for as
Detective Pikachu,
which is
you
cool.
know the other Pokemon news.
Oh no, but can I finish this?
Yeah.
So he's gonna be Detective Pikachu, which is cool because I didn't really care for it, the idea of it, but because I like Ryan Reynolds, I'll check it out. It's more interesting now.
I'm excited. People were really rooting for Danny DeVito.
You know what's funny is I thought that he was already casted as it for some reason. Is that just a thing that was?
It's because people were so fucking hyped on it. They were like, "It's got to be. It has to be Danny DeVito."
The thing is, I feel like I saw an animation with Danny DeVito's voice already attached to it, and maybe someone.
I think that they've done that.
Maybe like it's a fan made thing or something. But,
I think
But the thing is, like, I when this came out, I was like, "Huh," and the first thing that came to my head, I was like, "Huh." Guess they kicked out Danny DeVito. But it makes sense to get Ryan Reynolds. He's hot, he's what people are talking about. He's really big on the fucking Deadpool train right now. So so he's the guy to definitely linchpin your franchise behind. Okay, what other Pokemon news is there?
So check it out. They are coming out with a new Pokemon movie. It's like Pokemon 2018 or whatever. And they're changing the animation style a bit, which is like cool. People are excited about that. I think it looks a lot better. I'm into it. And then they showed this like weird looking girl for a second that looks like fucking, I don't know. Like she's got a lot of makeup on. She looks like older, but she's like young too. It looks weird. No, it's definitely not Misty.
Ash's mom?
It's Ash's mom, and she's Ash's age, and now they're just gonna fuck each other.
Okay, for a second you had me.
No. It's this chick with like some crazy highlights in her hair, like some green and pink and stuff, and then she's got makeup on, and like people are stoked about it. They're like, Pokemon doesn't look like this. Pokemon looks like kids, and that's like not a kid.
They adulted it up. Cool, man. Question: what's Ash's mom's name?
Mrs. Ketchum.
Oh, she doesn't have a first name?
Ketchum.
Anyways, okay, here's the two pieces of news. Another two pieces of news I have. First and foremost, the only reason I'm saying this news is because last week we talked about this show.
Let's talk about this show.
Which is our ecchi episode.
Yeah.
So here's the big news. Prison School manga ends on December 25th.
Christmas.
Yeah, dude.
Merry Christmas, motherfucker.
Merry Christmas.
I mean, we're still technically on like episode 69, but this is like the continuation.
Yeah.
So I think that that's very appropriate.
So it's cool. I didn't even know this thing was still running, but apparently it's coming to an end. So for all those prison school fans out there, enjoy it.
We getting new shit.
Hopefully the ending, was the ending you wanted, and you didn't feel gypped like me with Dexter. Okay, second piece of news. The trailer for Battle Angel Alita came out.
Yeah, that's right. This is kind of anime, but it's not necessarily.
Well, Battle Angel Alita.
It's based on
is an anime. I think it's a movie though. I don't think it's a series.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. We're for sure gonna watch it and then review the movie.
We're gonna see the fuck out of it. Yeah,
but it's produced by Robert. No, you're right. It's produced by James Cameron. It's directed by Robert Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And apparently James Cameron's been wanting to make this movie for like evers now.
Right.
Biggest takeaway from it is this bitch got some crazy eyes.
She does. She has straight up anime eyes. She's supposed to be like an artificial intelligence robot chick, and it has these huge fucking eyes. Meanwhile, there are a bunch of other robot people, and they look like people.
They don't have huge eyes.
So that's interesting, and they better tie that into the story in some way. Otherwise, that's gonna look
really
weird.
dumb. Yeah. So that was like one of the biggest things you take away from it. Secondly, it looks interesting. I don't know what the story is, but it's got Christoph Waltz in it, who I really like. He's
super good.
He's a great actor, so I'm for sure gonna watch this. There's a scene where like this big old cyborg comes at her and she just like drop kicks the fucker or whatever, like, or choke slams or something. I was like, cool, this looks like there'll be some action in it.
It might be fucking cool, but it might also suck. I'm expecting it to be a little bit better than Avatar, and I did not like Avatar.
I'm thinking it's going to be on par or better than Ghost in the Shell. Like, it give me Ghost in the Shell kind of vibes to it.
I'm expecting it to be better.
Yeah,
I guess.
What's funny is, what's it called? It's the uncanny valley. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, of course. This is completely uncanny valley. Like,
so the thing is, there's just like the uncanny valley is a way to measure like how human an artificial intelligence looks like. The more human we make robots or whatever, the less comfortable it is with us. So if a robot like R2D2, he doesn't look human at all, has like no human features, and we're okay with it.
Yeah.
But if you got a robot that looks closer to being like us, people usually have a problem with it.
Because they're like,
I know it's fake, it's weird, somebody was saying that like maybe James Cameron doesn't like the uncanny valley, because this is a huge like indicator for like a bunch of movies that come out. They're like, ooh, it doesn't pass the thing, it makes people feel uncomfortable, so like sometimes they tone it back. Like Chappie, was like, it was kind of on that level because it was like he walked and talked, he was a human, but he robot human kind of thing, but he wasn't. Someone was saying that maybe James Cameron can get away with it because he's James Cameron. Because even though the eyes are fucking scary to me, I still want to see this. Like I kind of like this definitely failed. Like it does make you feel weird, but it's just still interesting enough to be like, I'll check this out.
I'm very curious how it's going to be. I'm excited to go see it. So cool. Nice news.
So that's it.
Why don't we talk about our homework that we had for this week?
Cool.
That we didn't tell people about before, but we told them earlier when we were talking about some shit.
Yes. Okay. So this week we're doing homework. Yeah, these shows. Well, one show we don't have much to say about. So this episode,
it's true. Unfortunately, not.
Yeah, this episode's kind of. That's why I guess it's filled with a bunch of us talking.
Because I wasn't afraid of that. It's going to be kind of a short time for the anime homework, but I can tell you straight out the bat. This week was a good week.
Yeah. No, you know what? Nothing. I didn't watch anything that I was like, this is horrible.
No. Yeah. You know, sometimes you're like, this isn't for me, but I'm going to keep watching it. And that's okay. Like, I have definitely felt that way at times where I'm like, yeah, it's okay. Just got to get through a few episodes. This did not have me feeling that way.
Cool. So the first one is we finally watched Monster.
We did it, Sierra. Suck a dick, nerd.
So it's done by Madhouse. They do Deathnote, Chobits, and Paranoia Agent, and they do a bunch of other stuff that I'm a huge fan. Madhouse is like probably one of my favorite
Madhouse, powerhouse of anime.
So this show is really old. Here's the biggest thing. It's also
2004.
It's also, which is really old. You know, like I was like still in school back then.
It's true.
Junior high.
You're still in school now, bro.
I mean, like junior high school.
No. I know.
Maybe even I don't know. I can't do the math in my head. Point is, this is an older show. It's also really long, 74 episodes from what I think. And this is a show that we've been asked to review in the past, but we never got around to it because it's a daunting thing to do. It's a lot to watch.
It's fucking huge. And I didn't want to give the wrong impression of it, too. Like, I felt like I needed to really dig into it in order to give an honest opinion on it. But it came down to the point where I'm like, no, let's just fucking do it. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off and let's
watch it and review it.
And fortunately, it's the kind of show where, like, it might be really complicated later on. And I feel like it would be with the way that it is. But we get the feeling and we understand what it's trying to do.
For sure. Like, I mean, like, I can't feel like I can, like, from what I watch, I have not seen like an entire arc. Like, how like,
not even close.
There's story arcs. Like, we're still fucking trying to get there.
And we're 9 years from where we started at the beginning of the episode. Yeah.
Okay. So, I watched up until episode 7. You watched until episode 4 or 5?
Yeah. I watched 4 episodes.
So the thing is, the biggest problem with the show is for me the pacing. It's an older show, and I can see what they're trying to do. The thing is, the way I watch anime now, me waiting is just too fucking like 24 minutes go by. The length of an episode, and I feel like it's just it's a snail's pace. Like we're barely getting to anything. It's cool because eventually we get to stuff like, oh, that's awesome. Was it worth waiting 3 episodes to see this happen?
Maybe not.
Because sometimes I'll be sitting there and I'm like. And the credits start rolling. Like, you're fucking kidding me. The credits are rolling already? Like, this is the outro started?
Okay. So quick.
So that's the biggest issue with me right now with the show is the pacing is slow. And when you talked to me about this, you said, hey, I bet you that you would have liked the show in the past. And absolutely, if I would have watched this,
oh man, I would have fucking loved it.
Yeah, because it's at its core, it's not a bad show. It's about a doctor. He's a neurosurgeon, right?
Yep.
He's Japanese. He's working in Germany, and he in the first episode he saves a guy's life. It's an amazing job. And then he gets, fucking attacked essentially by this lady who's like, you killed my husband. And he's like, what do you talk about? So he got pulled off from doing the surgery from this man who got here first, right? To do the surgery for somebody else who is like, of like, note, someone famous. And so this kind of like weighs heavy on him. And then he learns throughout the first episode that, you know what? He's not in charge of what he gets to do, He's essentially the pawn of the director of the hospital. He's like, you do what I tell you to do. And we're only doing stuff to like further us and fuck like poor people or whatever, not all people are created equal. And he doesn't agree that he just wants to save people,
Right, of course.
So he feels guilty in the very end of the very first episode. He makes a decision to save a kid as opposed to saving the mayor of the town. Mayor dies, kid survives, but like the ramifications of saving this one kid fucking bleed into the future because apparently this kid's a fucking psycho.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. And you and I were talking about how...
Well, he's also not... I don't know exactly the extent of it.
We don't know how nuts he is. Because, again, like from what we watch, we can't tell if he's just like a crazy person or if he has like psychological powers or if he's literally like a monster.
Right.
Like,
I mean, they lead you to believe at a couple of points that he has like psychic powers. Yeah. But then you're like... but there are these reasons that these are happening, so maybe not. And the people that he's killing are pretty bad people.
Yeah, he's killing bad people. I mean, he also, again, killing is bad. Like, that's...
straight up killing is bad, but it's like, he's not just a fucking psychopath that's going out killing anybody.
He's not like he's killing, like, an innocent person.
Yeah,
like,
he feels like he's righteous in who he kills.
And later on, he does kill, like, fucking... like just elderly couples, and that's fucked up, but
that's
like,
pretty fucked up.
But we don't know the reasons why yet. Point is, because of the way the show, like the pacing of the show, we don't get too much information. But you and I talked about how this show has the vibes of like, it doesn't even really feel like an anime. It just kind of feels like a show.
It could actually be a live action show and be totally fine.
I was sitting there, like, it reminded me of like watching like, something on CBS or whatever.
It's just like a detective drama.
Exactly. And I haven't seen a single anime trope yet, not one. Which is kind of nice, a change of pace. It just feels like it's a serious story. The thing is, it's going to take a long time for it to pay off.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
and there are so many episodes.
Yeah, I'm assuming there's like multiple arcs, at least 2 or 3 in my opinion.
Well, so when the show starts out, you're watching and you're like, all right, so we're kind of seeing what's going on. And the intro starts and it's fucking nothing like the show.
It's weird, yeah.
It's just this dude who's sleuthing around town and he's kind of on the run and like he's shaggy and looks like he might be homeless or something.
He doesn't even look like our main character,
no,
really.
And then it like quickly becomes pretty certain like, oh shit, this is going to be our main character.
Eventually,
yeah. And it's like, when are we going to get there? Yeah. And 4 episodes in, we don't get close to there.
No, because like the character we're seeing is like, long haired, like maybe unclean. The guy that we're rocking with, the first, the doctor or whatever, he is still like very clean cut, very, very like proper person or whatever.
Yeah.
By the time I left him off, he's getting closer to like hunting down the psycho dude.
Yeah.
But we still haven't seen much, and we got reintroduced with his younger sister. She's still in the world somewhere.
Right. Okay.
But again, like I said, this show is definitely one of those things where like it's going to pay off eventually if you're willing to watch it. And it's not the same as what's it called, as like Steins Gate payoff.
No. Steins Gate has like really rapid payoff where you're like, all right, I worked 7 episodes, didn't really get much, and then finally you're like, shit, stuff's happening. And then a few episodes later you're like, everything's happening. This is amazing.
Yeah. The reason this will pay off later is because of the pacing of the show. Like, I can't imagine this cat and mouse between this character lasting all 74 episodes. I could be wrong though. Like I said, I haven't seen it all.
It's hard to say.
It's okay. So, and when it comes to like judging the animation, it's an older animation. The style is definitely older. It's not bad, you know. There isn't really any like action stuff going on, so you really can't judge like the flow of stuff. It's really about this character, what he does, being a doctor, and like the relationships or whatever. I watched it dub. I don't mind the dub. I think the dub for how old it is the voices are right. I actually kind of like the fact that it's in English because they're in Germany or whatever. So like,
right, that kind of made sense. Watching it when they're all Japanese, sometimes I would be taken out. Like, oh, that's right, they're in Germany.
They're all in Germany, but speaking Japanese to this one guy.
Kyle had actually been to the town that it takes place in.
Really good for Kyle.
Yeah, good for him.
Good fucking Kyle.
Good for him.
All in all, I think the show's fine. It's a solid show.
It was great. Yeah,
I don't think that like it's a show that you need to watch. I don't think it's like you have to watch this if you like anime.
People lose their mind over it though. This was a very pivotal anime.
Yeah. But I'm saying
because it was one of the first ones that had that kind of feeling. Like Deathnote gave us this like cat and mouse detective drama feeling, and this is very similar.
I'm just saying, like in this day and age, like
in this day and age,
I'm not going to be like you have to watch this. I'd be like I'm like, if someone talks to me like about anime, I'm like, you had to watch Deathnote. That's mandatory. I can imagine a few years back, maybe like, oh, you have to watch Monster. I don't think that exists anymore. You know what? Because of the fact that it's dubbed, because of the fact that there's so many episodes, this might be something I actually finish just because it's something easy to watch while I'm doing other things. Because I watched all these while I was working on stuff. And I know because it's so slow, I didn't feel like I lost too much, and I was able to tune in for all the good parts.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. I would probably do the same thing if it were easy to watch. Yeah. But it's not on any streaming sites.
Exactly. So when I say easy to watch, I mean like it's easy to visually see.
Yes.
When I say like when we say easy to watch, it's not easy to watch. It's not on Crunchyroll, Hulu, Funimation.
I guess the difference is easy to watch versus easy to find. It's not easy to find.
No, we had to watch it on Kiss Anime, which I don't, I don't particularly hate doing because I have to do it, you know.
Well, if you're already on a computer, it's fine. But when I'm trying to hang out with my boy on my new couch,
it is tough.
Oh, yeah, I got a new couch.
Nice, big couch. It is frustrating to watch. It is also frustrating to have to stop. And Kiss Anime makes you like
it has to click away ads and stuff.
They also make you do this thing where like, we want to make sure you're not a robot. Answer these things. Click click this image. So that can be frustrating. But you know what? There's merit in this show, and
it's a good show.
If I ever do get around to finishing it, I'll let you know how it finishes, because I know you're not going to finish it, because it's, you know, it's not worth it for you. And
I got too much other shit.
For me, it might be something, you know, that I can watch over a span of like, I don't feel like a pressing urge to like finish this now, but I can see myself watching this over the next year or whatever, and be like, yeah, cool, man, it's done. So yeah,
give me updates, you know.
So all in all, good show.
I think my favorite part about it was watching it on fucking Kiss Anime, because while we're watching the anime, ads would play in the background sometimes.
Oh yeah, that doesn't happen to me. And maybe
I don't know what was going on.
Maybe you just don't know how to watch Kiss Anime, right?
Maybe that's true, but it was sometimes like this was another bad thing. It would take forever to load at times. It like pauses and it plays like 5 seconds. Then it pauses.
Not for me.
It plays. It was fucking obnoxious.
Something's wrong with the Kiss Anime.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it, but it was fucking horrible. But long story short, the ads that would play in the background,
pretty funny.
It was great. Yeah, it's at this serious moment where he's first confronting he's first confronting the killer, and he's about to kill somebody, and he's right there, and like it's really serious, and all this stuff's going on. And then suddenly pops on, and it's like, joy to the world, to all the boys and girls, joy to the people. And it's like really dark. And I'm like, oh my God. And there was another point too where it started doing that. And we were like, what the fuck is going on? This is the best shit I've ever seen. It was hilarious. But like it totally detracted from what the show was. The show's good.
Show's good, yeah.
I'm going to say if you're interested in it, just dive in, because it's a good show.
I mean, there's plenty of it to be watched. So.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Trip, what about the homework I gave you?
Yo, man, you gave me Overlord, and it's also made by Madhouse, and they did a fucking great job this time around. Overlord is about this guy who's playing this MMO game. It's called like a deep dive MMO or something like that, MMORPG, where it's virtual reality. And in this game, you could be like almost anyone, from what I could tell. So he decided to be a big old skeleton mage, and that's what he was. And it was great. I'm like used to mostly seeing human type characters in these types of things. Like in Sword Art Online, they played that elf game. So, you know, there were like fairies and shit too. And that was all fine. And then Kirito got to turn into a big old beast monster sometimes. And like, you know, I've seen other shit. But this guy's just like a big, ominous looking last boss in the whole game type skeleton lord. Yeah,
he looks like he belongs on that game that you play. What's it called? Undertale?
Undertale? Sure,
he looks like he belongs in the... what's cool is that the guild he's in, that one of the rules is they all have to be, what's the word? Like inhuman or non...
Yeah. They can't be a human, pretty much. They just have to be like a monster.
Yeah, a monster race, which is super cool. Because, like you were saying, like we have seen... these animes where it kind of has like MMO vibes, but they're almost, the people we're following are almost always human.
So it starts out and there's like a big old war going on, and these people try to charge in, and it turns out our boy Mr. Overlord just slaughters the people. And I was like, all right, back to like the old guild table. And then he has one guild buddy who's there, and he's like this goopy little monster. And I fucking loved whoever he was.
He was fun, yeah.
But he went away for like half a second, or after half a second. And it turns out that all of his guild mates aren't logging on anymore, which is kind of a shame. So he's going and he's reminiscing. And
the servers are going to be...
it's been 12 years. The servers are going to shut down.
The game's coming to an end, and that's why the goopy guy... He hadn't been on... That was funny when we was talking. Like, he hadn't been on in 2 years. Like, he hadn't been on the server for 2 years. And he just came in to say goodbye for one last time. I was like... And I was sitting... I don't know what the fuck happened to me, but I'm sitting there watching that first episode. I'm just like... kind of like
crying?
Not crying, but be like... Man, this shit hurts. Like, dude, they created all of this, and they just let it go. It's gonna die.
Yeah, that's what... Okay, so World of Warcraft's been around for a fucking long time now. And like... I go through periods where I'll play it with some friends, but if nobody's playing it, no reason to fucking play.
Yeah.
But regardless of what happens, when the server's about to shut down, I will be there. I want to be there for the shutdown.
Yeah.
Because it's been through, like,
it's going to happen someday. I mean, eventually it'll happen. Like, it's also, I don't know if we noted this, but, like, this is based in the future. It's like the year 21
it's like 100
something.
years.
It's like 2190. Yeah, something like that. So
stupid.
So yeah. So anyways,
so he's playing and he's reminiscing, walking through the big old like evil tower that he's built with his guildmates, and he's looking at like the crazy staff, and he's like, oh man, we went through so much shit, and like these people don't even play it anymore, and like this is so cool, I'll just use it, whatever. And he sits down in the throne room, like where whoever the ruler is supposed to sit, and then his second in command, this NPC girl, and he's had like butlers and stuff, and he's like, stay off to the side, and he could tell him what to do, and they do exactly what he says. So then he talks, like he has this second in command type girl there, and he's like, I'll just use the super staff or whatever to go ahead and give me admin privileges to change the commands on this girl and like change her personality or look at whatever, because his old boy used to, you know, program these things, I guess. I don't know how the world works. Doesn't really matter too much because we're about to go away from it. But he scrolls to the bottom and he's like, he always liked to make his characters a bitch. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And like that was one of the things that was in the code. And he like went ahead and changed it. And he's like, in love with me.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's stupid.
He's like,
I'm dumb. I feel, oh my God, I'm such an idiot.
Yeah, he was like, oh God, I'm such a nerd. He's like embarrassed and no one's there. Yeah.
And he's just like a big old skeleton guy. But his voice too, it's just like this nerdy kid playing a game. I love his voice. Yeah, it's so great.
Really good.
But then he's like getting ready for the server to shut down. He's like, all right, well, here it is. And then it shows the clock and then it goes to 0 and he opens his eyes and like, oh shit, wait, I'm still here. But then he's like, the menus are gone. And then all of the people are talking to him instead of just doing whatever he says like and they normally would. Yeah. And then the girl's like, you want to like, you're my best friend. I love you. I want to fuck you. And he's like, can I touch your boobs? She's like, sure.
Yeah.
Which like, Kyle and I were talking about this. We were like, if we were stuck in a game and that was like the first thing that like kind of happened. We were like, all right, well, might as well. You know, I'm stuck here.
No, I totally understand. Yeah. Like you're like, man, if I could ravish that NPC, I totally would. You know, like now you're there, you're like, I wonder if I can do it. It's okay.
Like, whoa, weird. But like,
well, that was such
like,
a funny
that's not
bit.
Even, exactly. Because that's not even a thing that like you would normally think of. You're like NPC, whatever, that's fine. But then the character's like, I actually want to fuck you. You're like, well, that's weird, and like this is all normal, and like everything feels like normal, and this isn't supposed to be possible. And
his voice changed, you know, like
well, because whenever he's talking, he wants to seem like the character that he is. So he's like, I am this and this,
whatever
and
his
so
name
and
is,
so. Well, he changes his name a couple of times, so he's like Momon.
Momon was his original, like his real name, but then he changes his name.
Ainz.
Yeah, he changes his name to whatever the guild is. Yeah, that's his like what his name is, and then he also changes he has a persona as like a warrior to like to spread the the legend of him. Point is, so this guy is in this new world.
Yeah, that's the whole concept. He was doing this is what happened. Now he's in the world and he's like, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah.
So he goes and talks to all the people that are NPCs in his tower that he's built with his guild, and he's in charge of all them. And he's kind of like, all right, so let's get together, let's talk. People are going to probably raid the place or whatever, so let's protect it. This is the thing. And they've never spoken with him before, and they're like, oh my God, he's such a good leader. Yeah. He's so commanding and powerful, but so compassionate.
And they all super respect him. They all pledge their loyalty to him. And these are all NPCs that his guild mates have created over time. You know, they're all there for a purpose. They all like protect a different level or something, or like they're in charge of specific parts of the army,
and some of them even have subordinates too. Like there's a dude with a bunch of fucking huge demons.
Yeah, the thing is like you know how you and I talk about like that when there's a world and there's like
oh my God,
like, there's
they
like
did an amazing job with
this. This world has a lot of depth, and it's not like they try to throw it all at you once. You're just like, cool, man, like we have to just disbelieve that there's this fucking MMORPG, which is fine. We know those exist.
Whatever,
but in the future, it's like to the point where like you can do so much.
You can do whatever.
Yeah, and it's gone to the point where like they can make their own NPCs and have their hierarchy. So it's like, oh, that's awesome. And so now when we see like him flip into this new world, it's like, and all those codes that they had or whatever are kind of just like boom. And the thing is, I really love the fact that they're just like, oh, like these NPCs are fucking super powerful, but they're just like, nah, man, we respect you and we respect the power of the 41 gods, which is essentially just him and his guild. They're like the creators, because they're not humans and they know they're not humans. Yeah, and they they share the same ideals as what Momon they did in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
And now that he's like it's really him. He's gonna be like, oh shit, maybe I should like protect humans, and he's trying to teach his NPCs to be like, look, dog. this is a different game now. Like,
yeah, this is a whole different deal. And he's also like, oh shit, like I don't really care about people as much as I did. I'm like kind of my character now.
Yeah, there's like times where he like loses who he is as a human, and there's times where it comes back. He'll be like, what? This is like, and he like who he was comes up, but there's times where he loses himself and he just becomes, he's an undead guy, doesn't eat anymore, he doesn't feel pain, you know?
Yeah.
This show's fucking great. Like
it's amazing.
I watched 11 episodes.
I watched 8, and I would have watched more, but I watched Monster beforehand. I would have finished it all in one night if I didn't watch Monster. Yeah. Honestly, I was fucking exhausted last night. You know, I was so sad that I had to stop watching.
You know what's super cool though? That like we're about to finish this, and in January we get a second season.
I know, second season's coming out soon. And just to give you guys an overview, that's like the story of it. But we just see him trying to spread word throughout the land that he's a good guy, and you know he sometimes goes back into more dark things because he's pretty much just like the strongest person in the world. Yeah. And they show that a lot. Like he goes and protects some people, and then
he takes a blast from this angel. It doesn't do anything to him.
Exactly. He's like, oh, that's what it's like to feel pain again.
He's like laughing. He's like laughing in their face. He's like, are you kidding me? Like that was your trump card, you know?
Right.
The thing is, like, this show surprised me on two occasions. First, I was kind of worried it was going to be a show where he was just in his castle or whatever. Because like, he just kind of felt like that, where he's like, gather all the NPCs, make them do this.
Well, that's what it was for like the first and second, I think, episode. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh man, in my head I was like, this seems kind of. I thought the fucking the scope of him like interacting with people was going to be him and his NPCs, and that was it. Yeah. And then when he leaves his thing for his palace for the first time, and then he continues to do it, I'm like, cool. That worry is now off my shoulders. Second thing, I started seeing that like
he's too powerful.
He's so powerful. Like it's like in my head, I was like, this is gonna be like every episode's like, I can beat you, and they're like, and then he's gonna be like, no, you can't, and then they're gonna try. And he's like, I told you couldn't. And this,
similar to One Punch Man in a way, but it's not like Overlord has comedy. But it's clearly not like
comedy,
just
no.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they resolved that because then we realized I found out that like, oh, it's not about him being the strongest. It's about him strategizing and coming up with plots and coming up with ideas on how to spread his name and how to have like people, because he changes his name from what his name was to his guild's name because he wants people to hear his name. Yeah. Just in case there's anybody else out there in the world who the same situation happened to him can kind of come to him and be like.
And I'm sure that they knew his guild's name too.
Yeah, because his guild was like super badass. Yeah. You know, he was super strong. Like he was fucking unbeatable. So
I mean, that's what they showed at the very beginning. There were other people that were coming in trying to like take over his guild's like castle.
He's like, ain't having none of it. And so like, there's also there's times where like, things from like the game, I don't remember, Idrisil, right? Is it his game?
Yeah, Yggdrasil
or whatever. Like there'll be times where stuff like he's doing stuff and he's like comparing things like that's happening in this world with the game world or whatever, and he'll be like, oh, he goes, that's from the game. Okay, mental note, keep that in mind.
Yeah, he's like, are those the thing from the game? Holy shit, they are. Yeah, I know how to beat these easily.
And then in episode 11, some shit happens. I'm just like, and he for the first time is like, oh fuck, we gotta fucking go. And I was just like, oh shit, stuff's popping off, you know.
Nice.
And I was like, yeah, dude, super excited. So like,
and that's like the end of the season.
Yeah,
right?
There's like 2 more episodes after that, and I was like, whoa, man, I can't wait to see how this season ends.
Super excited.
And then see how it continues. Because I know this is I'm pretty sure this is a light novel, I think. I don't think it's a manga.
Nice. This will be really fun to read.
Surprisingly, like, I mean, not surprised. I guess people always talk about how great this was. I'm just surprised as what it is. I guess I just never really knew what it was.
I didn't either. People did talk about how it was great. And like Kyle had no idea. And then I'm like, oh, it's like an MMO type show. Like, we'll check it out. And he was like, And then as soon as it's like, you see the hero and he's going up to fight the big skeleton and he loses, and then it winds up being about the skeleton. Kyle's like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Like, and what's super cool about this new magical world too is like they have components of like of a video game aspect to it. Like, they're getting ready to fight, like, hold on, he goes like, you know, he's like, cast lesser spell, blah blah blah, all this stuff, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's what I fucking loved. He meets up with adventurers for a small period of time. And during that time he's working as a team, kind of like he's with them, and they're like, all right, I'm the scout, I listen for shit and I pay attention, I'm everyone's eyes and ears. And they're like, oh, I'm gonna help heal everyone and I'm gonna be the like support bard or whatever. And then you have like the knight, and it was just cool to see them all together doing that. And I was like, fuck, this is tight. Like, all the animation looks amazing. The only complaint that I have about the show, I don't like the intro or outro. I fucking hate the outro because the song is stupid and like the visuals don't matter. Outro visuals can be pretty much whatever, and like I don't really care, but the song's fucking all over the place. The intro, I like the look of it. I don't like the text that they have. I don't like the text effects with like the weird like goopy colors underneath the names and whatnot. But like I like the silhouettes in the background and whatnot. It kind of looks like Persona. Kyle and I were talking about. And it looks good. The song grew on me a little bit more, but I didn't like it initially like at all. So those are my complaints.
I agree. Intro and outro aren't the strongest. No. They're fine. Like they're there, and they do what they're supposed to do. Exactly. But they're not.
They're not ones that you want to see.
Yeah, they're like if we had another episode about like best intro, they definitely doesn't get close to making any of the lists. But yeah, and that's like. And like when we're complaining about something, that's like one thing to complain about, like the intros and outros.
Well, that's why I'm saying that's my one complaint about the show. It's really good. I don't think it's my favorite show, but man, it's good.
It's really, it wouldn't
make it in my top 5. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, me either. But it's still a really good show. Yeah, and I'm really excited to see where it goes.
Well, it's been a long time since I've seen a show, and I've been like, fuck, I need to see more of this.
Yeah,
and this has kind of like rekindled that because, like, I've watched other shows that I fucking love, but I have to watch it week by week. Yeah, and that's something else. But having this already there to watch all of is exciting, and it's something that I haven't had in a long time. And I don't know, it's good shit, dude.
I also just really like the image of I think you got this episode where he's just this big old knight in black armor.
Oh,
He's riding a big old hamster. It's just like, what
the king of the forest.
Yeah,
because I saw we were flipping through the title cards and being like, all right, let's just kind of look at what this show looks like really quick and not read anything and not paying attention to any of the characters really, but just kind of like get a visual. And then we're like, I want to get to that hamster episode. I don't know what the fuck goes on with that, but I want a fucking hamster right now.
Is it the king? I think it's like the wise something of the forest, whatever.
Yeah, the wise king of the forest.
I just love because he's such an ominous monster, in the shadows, and he has he speaks in rhymes, and he speaks with like one voice on top of another voice, and then we see who he is. He's just this dumb looking hamster, and he's just like he still talks funny,
Yeah, he's like, oh shit, are you this? My friend totally had one of you as a little tiny pet.
Yeah, and he's like, really, dude? I'm here to repopulate. He's like, nah, man, you're probably not gonna find one. And he's just like,
that's fair. Like I didn't expect to find one anyways, but
And he rides him in and like registers him and names like Hamstery or something, like Hamtaro or whatever. It's like his really dumb name. He's just like he pledges his loyalty to him. He's like master. Just like, yeah, man, I really like that episode. There's a lot of episodes I liked.
It's fun. It's great. It's got dark stuff going on, which I really like.
I like the fact that he's dark. I like the fact that like he's our main character. Doesn't mean he's the good guy. He does things to to better his cause and better his plans. And that is not like killing people is definitely like not out of the fucking question. Like there's this episode where he's literally going to do something with his like one of his subordinates, and he's like, cool. These people insist on coming. He's just like, cool. Okay, you can come. He's like. And then he kills him. I was like, whoa, fucking heavy. Because he's essentially like, he does like necromancy, like magic. He can like raise things from the dead. He's like, cool, you're my dead soldier. So like, he has these dead bodies. He goes, let's just take them back to the castle and see if we can make them like really strong, like fucking undead soldiers. Okay, cool, bye.
Pretty much.
Great show.
It is good. It's a show that I would recommend to everybody, actually, which is pretty uncommon. I feel like there are certain shows that are not for people, but really the only thing that would detract from this is if you get distracted by like the two sexual things that happen in the beginning, the boob grabbing thing, and then I guess there's another scene later on with the whole bed deal. Yeah. But there's an argument that two of the girls get into, and they fucking love him, and one of them's like, oh man, I ruined my underwear or whatever. Yeah, yeah. And then the other one's just like, what the fuck do you say? And it's like, how are you not wet right now? Yeah. I was like, whoa, we got a little bit more into it than I ever thought we would, so but like, okay.
So this show could be considered like really lightweight ecchi. Like
I would not consider it ecchi at all, but I would say that there are some...
Bitch is pretty fun, about...
I would say that there are some ecchi elements in it, but not an ecchi show.
That's what I thought.
It's like fan service, but like they talk about it.
I thought the show was gonna be super edgy. When I saw that clip, was just like he's just grabbing some chicks. He was like, "Well, right? I know like, what this show is."
Okay. And the next episode, this is the thing too. When they were arguing, I was like, "I want to see them fucking fight right now." Oh my god, they look so cool right now. But they're also like arguing about how much they want to fuck this skeleton man.
Yeah, this guy that has no penis. Yeah,
it of course brings up the discussion we had the other week when we were playing D&D.
How big is his penis bone?
How big is Kelly the Skelly's penis bone?
Yep. So, anyways, on that note, So this week's episode's pretty good. These shows are bomb. Check them out. I mean, both for their own merits. Obviously, check out Overlord. I'd recommend that first.
It's new, it's fresh. There's another season coming out soon, so check it out quick.
And if you want to see Monster, get on it. Just let you know, it's got a slower pacing, but it's fine. It's a solid.
It is
show.
good. Yeah.
Cool. That's the show. Thanks for listening. Hey, if you like our logo, hit up Erin from TurbyTops.com. She's a great person to work with and super simple to get a hold of. If you like our music, hit up Tom Nasser. He's on SoundCloud. He's on YouTube. He's on Facebook. It's Nasser, NASR. Trip, where can we find us?
Look us up on Facebook. Look up the Answer Ramen Podcast. Same goes for Instagram. Look up the Answer Ramen Podcast. If you want to send us a tweet, shoot it to Instant Ramen Pod.
Podcast Infit.
And send us an email, instantRamenPodcast@gmail.com. Tell us how we're doing. We actually do watch what you recommend.
Yeah.
And we're kind of running out of shows to recommend to each other for homework.
Yeah, we're just like, what haven't you seen?
Please tell us some bullshit that we should watch. It doesn't matter if we'll like it. It doesn't matter if we won't.
With that being said, also send us something to watch, but don't be upset if we don't like it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're going to tell me to watch Fruits Basket, I'll go into it being like, I probably won't like this. And I might come out and like, Fruits Basket's pretty fucking good.
I'm just saying, at the end of the day, these are just our opinions and they don't mean anything. So who cares?
True that.
Your podcast doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes we have weird opinions and that's okay. I also write on our blog sometimes about weird opinions. Do that too if I wanted to. You know what? You could, but I'm going to just say it's me for now. Cause I want you to go home and write a blog fucking now.
Okay. Maybe I'll think about it.
Do it, man. And sometimes I stream shit. I don't know. We're gonna play Doki Doki Panic, or not Doki Doki Panic. That's a totally different thing that I'm thinking of. Doki Doki Literature Club. We're gonna go ahead and finish that up. We're about halfway through it on December 19th. It's a Tuesday, so tune in. Don't know a time yet, but it's gonna be like probably 7:38 ish, somewhere around there.
Yep.
And we're gonna finish it up. It's gonna be great. That's everything that I have. Do you have any last words before I kill you?
Just wanted to say thanks, and this is bye from Juan.
I'll see you around from Chris.
Hey, Trip, don't forget.
Just add hot water.